Girl,
Everybody
it's
follow the
packed
one
out
line,
here tonight.
please. Follow the one line, please.
I told you.
IDs out. I need to see IDs. Thank you, ladies. Welcome to Punk Ave.
Excuse me. Hello? Can you move? What? Excuse me. Oh my God. You ready to go? Girl, I've been ready.
Well, hello. Hey, girl, hey.
Hey, girl. Hey.
I feel like I haven't seen you forever. I guess because we missed a week.
Probably so.
Your eyelashes look good.
Good, thank you. I have been practicing putting eyelashes on, like the single ones.
Girl, you look like you got some bundles on your eyes.
Really?
Yeah.
Awesome. Yes, I've been really practicing, while I got inspired while I was drunk. And,
where all inspiration comes from.
I was having a nice tall glass of a Corona.
You're drinking a Corona now.
And I'm drinking one right now. And I said, you know what? Let me try these individuals. Mm. And so I started messing with it, and I started putting them on there, and they started to kind of form into some eyelashes. I said, look at me being a little eyelash guru.
I know, girl.
I should start putting eyelashes on people.
You look like any way to get $1. Anyway, $10.
$15. I'll be eyelashes. But whatever. But yeah, so it's my new thing.
You do look like you got bundles on your eyes.
Thank you. 99 cents. Oh, I shouldn't say that if I'm going to charge people $15.
But, it doesn't matter. Because it's probably 99 cents when you get them done and they charge you $100.
True that.
People be getting
Ladies, I can do your lashes.
$15 a pop.
$15.
A pop.
A pop. I'm here. I'll send you my work. DM me. I'll send you my work.
Send me some messages, girl. What did you get into this week? Or the past 2 weeks? We haven't seen each other.
Past 2 weeks. You know what? Work has been really consuming me. Like, I haven't done shit but shit for work. And, well, I take that back. I've done some extra stuff on the side, like my video
editing.
Stuff. Yeah, all that stuff on the side. So, a couple of businesses opened up. Shout out to Sugars. So, you guys, this new restaurant over in Sugarland / Missouri City. Well, it's right on the cusp. It's like Highway 6 and 1092. Mm-hmm. And basically, it's a, New Orleans style restaurant. Good food, and it's a live music place. So, he has this huge stage where Kenny Lattimore came on his opening night. Some other Najee. Now I know some of you youngins may not know who that is.
Girl, ain't that young. I know who that is.
So he came to at the grand or the soft opening, and it was really cool.
Okay.
Live band, live music, good shit. So that's what I've been doing, is working, slaving away for the man, or since I work for the city, for the people.
For the people. And, I've just been consumed with work and, news. And it's just, dark times we're living in. It is so depressing.
Super.
And anybody who knows those 5 animals that pulled that boy Junior out of the bodega in New York and slaughtered him.
They found one of them.
I saw that, but is that true?
I mean, they're saying the mom turned him in.
I Googled it. I saw it on social media, but then I went to Google it to see if it was on a CNN or a MSNBC, and I didn't see it. I just seen it on social media. So I wanted to know, did somebody, throw that story out there? Is that story true? Because I hope they get all 5 of them off the street. Those monsters need to be in jail.
It's what the fuck are y'all doing? Just live your life.
Well, originally, I think it started because it was mistaken identity. They were looking for a guy that looked similar to the boy Junior because the head guy's, I'm not sure if it's his niece or his little sister, has a sex tape with two boys. The boy she had sex with, she got this train ran on her. They recorded. It's clear. I watched it. It's clear that, she's aware. And it's not like they raped her. But I guess when the tape came out, she went double back and said she was raped. So that was him trying to get revenge on the boy, but it A, was the wrong boy, and B, go threaten him, maybe go beat him up. But that's a conversation you need to go have with your little sister or your niece.
Yeah.
She shouldn't be letting nobody tape her in the first place. That's like rule 101 when you dealing, and especially in this age. I mean, I didn't really have to worry about that because we didn't have that when we were in high school, and it wasn't, you know, and then the flip phones wasn't really giving y'all what y'all needed now, like these HD cell phones. But that's something you take up with your sister. You leave that boy, because little boys are going to be little boys.
True.
And you went and just pulled this boy out the bodega. I watched the video. It is excruciating to watch. It's disgusting to watch. The fact that that boy had to run to the hospital by himself, and instead of you guys trying to drag him into the doors or get emergency, you bitches pull out your cell phone. And I just want to let y'all know, if y'all see me somewhere hurting, please don't pull out your cell phone. Please fucking help me first.
If I am laid on the ground, passed out, blood coming out my mouth, my head, do not record me.
That should please pull me.
Disgusting.
Please call 911. Please get
like,
whoever
do
you need
something
to get. I don't
other
need
than recording me.
Yeah, you recording me isn't saving my life. So I need you to save my life first. If you know. Please.
If you can.
If you can. I mean, because he literally, if this boy ran all the way to the hospital, I just feel like it was the community's job
to help him. Yeah.
Period. I shouldn't see 15 different angles of this boy bloody and dying on the steps of the hospital. That's not what I should see. But I see, and then the thing is, y'all doing that with your cell phones in your hands and trying to panic. Like, no, go get a doctor.
Cut it off.
Like, what is wrong with y'all? You know how long it took y'all 2 clicks. It takes a passcode. It takes a click, a password, or a thumbprint to get into your phone and to click photos or to click camera. Y'all could have did something else besides that, and that's just rude. And get those monsters off the street. I have retweeted those pictures a billion times. I want you guys to find them. I need them to be found. I don't want them.
They found one because he was on his way to the Dominican Republic.
Yeah, they say that on the internet. I haven't seen his mugshot yet. Maybe they did find him, and they're not saying they found him like officially, because he's gonna sell out the rest, and I need everybody to find everybody. Yeah, and it costs a lot of money to be on the run. So somebody's going to call back home eventually because they're going to need more money.
True that.
So get them motherfuckers off the street. And that gang, I forgot the name of it, but the gang that went to the family's house to be like, oh, my bad, we got the wrong boy. That's not comforting. And if y'all would have came to my house about my family members telling me you got the wrong boy, it just would have been bloodshed because we're fighting. So you might as well just go ahead and blow my apartment up, because that's not comforting to me, because at the end of the day, y'all shouldn't have been trying to kill nobody in the first place like that.
Especially behind your sister, knowing good and well.
Behind your sister throwing that ass in a circle.
Behind your sister throwing that ass in
a circle. Legit. Like you, and if she want to spread the eagle, that is her business. Granted, boys should not put it on the internet. But then with that being said, don't let motherfuckers record you. It's so simple.
Yep.
Don't let people have the opportunity to put you on the internet. Because guess what? They will.
Duh.
Period.
Especially if they're stupid boys.
So that's just upsetting. And then that Extension, I still don't know if I'm pronouncing his name right. The XXX boy that got shot. I just
call him Extension.
Okay, that works too. I see it's like a great debate if you should mourn the fact that he died, because I hear that he was a terrible person. I'm not here to say if he was a terrible person or not. I do know that if I'm going to the motorcycle shop and I get ready to leave, I shouldn't be blocked and shot for my duffel bag of money. Period. So,
and I also should not be recorded as I'm dead.
Once again, put the cell phones up, call the goddamn police.
Like, there are videos of him literally dead in the car.
Put the cell phones up.
They're like, whoa.
Call the authority. They
open the door.
Put the cell phones up and apply pressure on the wound. Have we not learned that from all the television we watch? When somebody's bleeding out of something, you hold the wound.
Check the pulse.
I can't do all that, but I can hold where you're bleeding. I don't, your pulse. Not my ministry. All I know is I learned on TV that when you're bleeding out of somewhere, the first thing they do is apply pressure with a towel, a t-shirt, something, instead of pulling out cell phones. But once again, I see people I'm the type of person I can mourn for someone's family, so I understand that he was loved by people. So it's still sad that somebody's family member died. I don't get into if he was a good or bad person. Not my business. I don't want to say I don't care, but I don't care in the sense of I didn't really read about him anyway when he was alive. I just know somebody lost a family member. I know somebody lost. Yeah, I wasn't checking for him like that. I know somebody lost a grandkid. I know somebody lost a nephew. So I feel terrible for his family. Get those monsters off the street as well.
I think they caught
one. They caught one. He's gonna tell. He's definitely
Flow Rider.
Because I think he was the one. He actually didn't do the shooting. He was the one who blocked him from getting out the parking lot. So saying as though that's not a life sentence,
still you're an accessory.
You're an accessory, but he can talk his way down from a life sentence, or I don't know how that goes, but I'm pretty sure he's selling out on everyone else. So get those monsters off the street.
Definitely
as well.
An accessory.
Yeah,
going down to Chinatown.
Get these people off the street.
Get these niggas off the
street. I just want to be able to roam the streets freely without monsters, and
Seriously.
it seems like
it's like people there's so much life to live.
Y'all shot a nigga over a duffel bag of money that would have been gone in a week.
Like, there's so much life to live.
Like, let's just weigh the options. Balling out down in Miami for a week, going to prison for life.
But even the guy that they caught, I was going through his social media. It's like he looked like he had money. Well, I say this. He was flaunting money on Instagram. You know how that nigga shit where it's like they hold a whole like 10 hundreds.
Go ball on South Beach for a week, go to jail for life. I just don't understand.
Where's the critical thinking? Where is that thinking, that thought? Like
7 days, your fucking life.
That's where that critical thinking has failed.
Let's just all take time out
to think.
To just weigh out the options. If we just weighed out the options, just like the boys who
pros and cons.
Exactly. Just like Junior up in New York. Okay, your sister or your niece is still gonna be out here busting it wide open while you're in jail.
And she's probably fucking right now.
Right now, because she probably feels bad and she needs to let off some steam. So she's probably fucking right now. You're right. So you did all that for her still to be busting it wide open, and now you're on the run. Most likely Miami. I feel like you niggas probably went down to Miami if you did run off. So now she's gonna still bust it open and have kids and continue to live life.
And probably say, you know what, fuck it, I'm just ready to be a mom.
Yeah, or probably just said, F it, I'm about to just go out. I messed up. I already effed up. Let me just go out here and thought my life away. All that. So for what? This such senseless stuff.
Stupid.
And I can't. And Tiny and T.I.
Dog. I was really rooting for them. I thought, I really like them together. I really do. Like, but damn it, T.I., come on, man. You can't be out here being the Malcolm X of Atlanta and you over here slapping bitches on the ass.
Well, in T.I.'s defense, he was trying to keep it behind the scenes. It was you meddling kids. He would have got away with it if it wasn't for you meddling kids. But with that being said, I do watch The Girl. The Girl is actually on the show I watch called Greenleaf on OWN. Shout out to OWN. You know how I feel about you. And girl, the fact that this was the thing. She shouldn't have said nothing at all. I really... Like, T.I.'s a terrible tyrant, and we've been through T.I.'s a terrible tyrant. True. And, I mean, that is what it is. And I'm not discrediting T.I. for being, not 100 with his wife and just being, like, a good husband. It seems like he's a good father, not so much a husband.
Yeah.
But the girl goes and, like, tries to tell us we didn't see what we see. Like, how dare y'all put 10 on 2? And it's like, no, girl, we seen the video. We know what you were doing. But then she double backs and she starts liking comments that basically are like calling Tiny ugly and about how her and T.I. make a cute couple. And it's like, girl, just be quiet. Let everybody be quiet.
Yeah.
Tiny, be quiet because you ain't going nowhere. T.I. be quiet because you ain't going nowhere. Little girl who did this, Asia Hepperson, I think her name is, or something like that. Asia Hepperson, I think. Girl, you be quiet because he not going nowhere. We don't care if y'all look cute together. We don't care if y'all don't look cute together.
Definitely
we don't
not.
care if you look better than Tiny. We just don't care. You messing with this whole ass married man and don't like try to throw it off. Like she tried to throw it off on T.I. and Tiny's relationship. I don't
Why
know.
could they do that?
Yeah, I ain't really like that. Don't throw it off on T.I. and Tiny's relationship.
What's her name? Bernice, whatever her name
She
is?
did that same thing
She
too.
did the same thing.
Oh, they about to break up. Girl, listen, I don't know much about T.I. and Tiny's inner workings, but I do know they was just on family vacation on their social media. So I'm just gonna assume that them niggas was happy at the house or dealing with each other at the house. That still just isn't your business. So, and I mean, I respect people who are just kind of honest about their shit. If you like, I met a married man this week, and he was like, would you talk to me because I'm married? I was like, if I felt like it. And that's really my opinion. If I felt like it.
Yeah.
I just really wasn't into him, so I was just like, don't want to give you my number. But in reality, if I feel like it,
yeah. On a good day.
On a good day. On a good day.
Yeah.
You can be my married boyfriend. You got coins? Like, how are we doing this? So, like, my thing with Asia was just be like, you're messing with that married man and you don't give a shit.
Yeah.
Just say that.
Yeah.
And I just sort of be like, oh, okay.
Because this nigga, like, at the end of the day, it's
Don't disnounce. Don't do what you did. Just be like, oh, okay. He tried to holler at me. I said, yeah.
Yeah.
And
I let him touch my leg.
yeah. And I busted wide open and he paid my rent. And I just would have been like, oh, okay, I feel her.
Yeah. It happens.
It happens a lot. It happens a lot more than people want to say.
It happens a lot.
Happens a lot more. Like now I'm just at the age where I think about the karma to it. So is niggas really worth the karma of me trying to beat up some girls in my marriage later? Like that's like when you're like 20, 25, I was more so thinking like, is he gonna pay my rent? Is he gonna pay my car note? Can he buy me some Nikes and get my nails filled?
Can I deal with this karma I'm about to?
Not when I was younger, no, that wasn't the option. I didn't give a shit. Yeah, now I'm 32. I'm second wife age at this point. I want to be second wife and it ends. I don't want to be a second wife and then he gets a third wife. I'm second wife age now. So he already cheated on his first wife. I want him to come into this second marriage.
Well, you just can't. Well, I think the key is you can't cheat. Well, damn. Okay, because they say how you get them is how you.
I don't want to take someone's husband. I want to be divorced already.
Right.
I'm second wife age, meaning I want to be his second wife. So him and his first wife, he grew the business with the first wife. They probably got like 2 kids. They made really good money together. They got a divorce. She might be a little upset, a little salty, maybe, because she's probably 10 to 15 years older than me.
But she's gonna be salty because you're younger.
Yeah, a bit salty,
and
you know. So he comes into this second marriage because he's done it before. So he already knows what marriage is. I'm the newbie. So he comes into this second marriage like, I'm ready. I did this first marriage. I know what it takes to make a marriage fail. I'm not going to do that on this second marriage. Hey, girl, let's get married. I'm like, cool.
Let's get married.
Cool. I'm ready. I'm your second wife. The second wife gets the business while the business is flourishing.
So you're reaping.
Yeah,
I
just come in.
You come in just
and it's just a Fortune 500.
And you like, yes.
And the kids are not too old. They're like elementary, middle school age.
So they know you not mama.
Yeah, they know I'm not their mama, but I still can build with them because they're so young. They're so young.
Right.
So we still can have moments. So I'm getting second wife.
I love this narrative.
I'm definitely going to be a second wife. That's like the goal.
I think maybe second or third.
I don't want third. Third is more like, you just ain't shit. Stop trying to get married. Second is more like, I tried it. I was young. Because usually, like the second time around, he's a little older. That first time, it might have been like a college sweetheart, a high school sweetheart, somebody post right after college. Like it was very early. He done lived a little bit.
Right.
He understands that if he works too much, the wife feels a certain way. She feels like he doesn't care about her. Because he learned all this because the first marriage failed. So then I come in as the second wife, and I'm like, cool. And he's like, I know what happened with my first marriage. I'm gonna try to do everything different with you. And I'm like, cool. So since I'm second wife age, I don't want to get replaced. Because if I'm 32 and he's already like 38, 39, 40, if he goes younger than me, I'm going to feel real disrespected. Because I'm already younger than him. So I'm telling you, second wife is where it's at. So
I can dig that. I can dig a second wife.
I'm telling you, be the. I'm second wife age now. Like, you know, at 25, I ain't really care. I just wanted to get some coins. And can you pay for me and my friends' food at Red Lobster? And can you give us money so we can drive down to Miami?
Right.
And can you buy us a bottle of Grey Goose because we about to turn up tonight?
Right.
Slip me $100 before I go to the
And you're
club.
like, yes.
I'm like, yes, I'm winning.
I'm winning.
I'm just, this
That's
is
whole
everything.
$100.
This whole $100 is about to buy these drinks at this club. Yes. But now I'm of the age where it's like, okay, if I mess with a married man, I don't really want this karma because I don't want to have to be the old bitch beating up the young girl when I in fact have been that young girl. And I know that she's probably not necessarily trying to take my nigga though. She might be just trying to get, you know, a Coach purse or a Michael Kors watch. But I still have to beat her up because that's still my husband.
Why do young girls love Michael Kors?
Girl, they want a Michael Kors watch, and I don't want to have to like beat her up over this Michael Kors watch. But then it's like I almost feel her because I get where she's at because
you were there.
I knew that.
Yeah, you did that. Right.
But so you know, just if Asia just would have said that, I would have been fine.
True. She was just trying to get her Michael Kors.
And you know she acts, so she has a little more coins. Maybe
Yeah.
she was trying to get like a Cartier bracelet. You know,
yeah.
It's expensive to
That's
live
true.
out in LA. Maybe
Yeah.
she needed her rent paid for the year. You know, and hey girl, I don't judge you. Just don't like shady comments when. Listen, the thing about T.I. and Tiny, they seem like that couple that's never gonna leave each other, and everybody just need to mind their business.
True.
So good. Shout out to them. I like Tiny. I like Escape.
I love them.
I'm here for the children.
Yes.
You know, the little Eris.
When she was learning her ABCs.
She's smart. Major and King.
Yes.
Zanika's such a beautiful girl.
Damani.
I love the step kids, the Damani, and I can't think of the oldest one name. He just graduated high school, I believe. Zonique, such a pretty girl. Oh, Deja is out here about to give
these niggas the blues.
Woo, Deja's about to give these niggas the blues on a level that I don't even understand. That I can't even comprehend. But you know, shout out to that.
She's like AKA like
Deja's fine now. Deja's going to be extremely fine when she's like womaned up because she's still a kid. I'm just like, woo, Deja girl. When you get of age, woo, it's just gonna be hard out here for them. T, I need to get the shotgun ready because then they waiting.
They had posted a comment and T.I. was posted a picture of his daughter of Deja, and somebody put in the comment, you let me be. When you gonna let me be?
Yeah, y'all can't be saying that. They don't say that about that man daughter.
Dog. That shit was so funny because T.I. came in that comment and was just like,
beat your head?
No, you nigga, I'll kill you.
Yeah. T.I. need to put Deja in the cage.
Shit was so funny.
She's a gorgeous, gorgeous girl. They got nice looking kids. The step kids, all the kids are attractive kids. So shout out to them.
Agreed.
And that's about it. And you know, pray for my family. My granddad Joe Jackson, you know, is coming to his last days. So just pray for my family.
An icon.
Say what y'all want to say about Joseph Jackson.
He put them niggas on.
Joseph Jackson put niggas to work. And y'all can say what y'all want to say. I think people forget who the Jacksons are because we're like so far removed from their like the height of the Jacksons. But do your Googles. And
do your research.
The 70s and the 80s and the 90s, y'all couldn't tell Jackson 5 nothing. I'm talking about commercials as well, but cartoons, commercials, memorabilia. You know, can you feel it? The Victory Tour. Y'all, you know, I want your back. You know, you might do your Googles, kids. Variety shows.
That's a legend.
That Joe Jackson gave y'all 2 of the most famous people out there. That whole family. He put that whole entire family on. Reby had Centipede. Like, y'all better do your Googles. Do your Jackson Googles.
Do your Googles.
I got a feeling somewhere I feel like Joe got like millions and millions of dollars like on some offshore account too. Something about Joe just seems sneaky.
Or under a mattress.
He just something about Joe.
Because it's so unsuspecting.
And then, because people were like saying how that's what he deserves because of what he did to Michael. And I'm like, Joe's fucking 90. Really? Joe has lived a good life.
And Michael lived a good life.
And then on top of all of that, Michael and them took care of Joe. Because if we're going to be completely honest, Joe really hasn't managed the kids since they were kids. I think Janet is the youngest, and she fired him when she was like 18, 19.
Control.
So in the 80s, Joe pretty much has been without a job. Joe still lives better than all you niggas. So he's being taken care of. Like, if y'all don't think, if y'all don't think Michael was putting money in Joe's account on the 1st and 15th, y'all are crazy. If y'all don't think Janet's putting money on the 2nd and the 16th, y'all are crazy. If y'all don't think Joe was getting coins from his kids, y'all are crazy. So, pray for my family. I love the Jacksons. I just recently found out that Randy Jackson's daughter is going under an alias called Billy Bodega. She has a song out. Girl, I seen the picture and I was like, wow, this looks like Rebe. And then I kept looking. I'm like, oh, she kind of looks like Janet because, Rebe looks like Janet.
Yeah.
I did my Googles. I see you went under an alias. Cute girl. I liked your song. I think it's called like Ocean Blue or something. So
I saw you posted it.
Yeah, so Billy Bodega, shout out, girl. And the fact that you didn't hit us with no dance music like your family's known to do, good. It was like real like indie.
Like you don't want that shine. Like you don't want that
she don't want to be known as a Jackson. Like I don't think she wants to be known as a Jackson in the sense of I think it's a hindrance to some of them to be a Jackson as well.
Yeah. I can see that.
And the standard is just so high. Just
I can see that.
Your uncle's Michael. Just your uncles are the Jackson 5. They still travel. They still sell out shows in overseas. So shout out, girl. I see you, but pray for my dad, my granddad. He's done a lot for the culture, and y'all gonna put some respect on his name. And that nigga's 90. So for all you saying that's what he deserves, the nigga is 90. He was going to die soon anyway. Like y'all act like he died at like 52. He is 90.
He's lived a good full life.
Okay, this nigga's been ridiculously rich for a very long time.
He'll probably be rich after he dies.
Yeah, he really, in all honesty, he has spent more time being rich in LA than being broke in Gary, Indiana. He's lived a good life. It's okay. He can go on to see the king.
He can lay it down at the altar.
Yeah, I don't think he has no regrets with Michael. When Michael was down there fighting child porn, what was he fighting? Molestation. Joe and them was down there. And rumor has it that if he would have found guilty, it was Joe who's gonna get his ass up out this country. So, you might
put some respect on that nigga name.
Put respect on Joseph's name now. God damn it. Joe got them kids out of Gary, bitch. Them niggas had lions in their backyard. Llamas. Before Peter was all up in everybody's face, these niggas had
a zoo.
A zoo.
A monkey as a pet.
Llamas. They went and picked. They used to listen. I read Jermaine Jackson's book. They used to take their tiger into the hotels and then like order raw meat. Like no, like a tiger. Like niggas, a tiger.
Nigga, a tiger.
Like read any story about any artist in the 80s and 90s. They would tell y'all about going down to the Jackson compound and how that shit was like Disney World. Them niggas was rich. That nigga was fine. He had a whole wife. He and Lee, him and Katie still married. Like, this nigga had a good life. So all that, you reap what you sow. He's 90. What do you mean he reaps what he sows? He's fucking 90. 90. Like, this nigga is almost a century old. Like, what did he reap? Like, I don't understand if y'all say he reaped what he sowed in Michael's passing. That makes sense. Because I think we can say Michael was probably his favorite, even though he might have... I don't think he was the hardest on Michael. He was hard on all them niggas. So, like... It's safe to say that could be more like, that's what he gets. His beloved child is the first one to go. That's more I can see where y'all can pull that from. Yeah. But this nigga having cancer at fucking 90?
You guys gotta stop it.
Y'all gotta chill. This nigga, listen, I think his Instagram is Hawk J5. Go to his Instagram. This nigga in his last days was down in Vegas going to the cabaret.
Hold on.
Yeah, it's like the Hawk J5 or the Hawk 5. I'll find it for you if you can't find it for you at the end of the show. Listen, go to Joe Jackson's Instagram page. I need you to understand that Joe Jackson was still going to cabarets and shows in Vegas. I need you to know he had young hoes surrounded around him too. I need you to understand that he has a picture talking about me in a Louis Vuitton store. I come here to remind myself.
He was just at Jumbo Juice on June 6th chilling.
Yeah, that nigga was Joe and Jumbo Juice, bitch. Y'all got Joseph Jackson fucked up like he didn't live a full life. Joe had young bitches around him. Like, Joe lived a full, incredibly wealthy life.
This is hysterical.
Joe is in the club,
signing
too.
multiple copies of my picture book.
Girl, no. Joe has a picture with Chris Brown, like, overseas. This nigga still was traveling overseas. Like, Joe has lived his life in grandeur. And y'all really...
Shoes like jewelry we wear.
That
tells a personal story. What?
No, that
Louis
nigga go to the Louis Vuitton store to remind himself about being broke. Like, girl. Girl. So shout out to the entire Jackson family. Y'all know how I feel about Jackson.
This nigga is lame. Boy, look at his jackets.
Yeah, that nigga still getting custom stuff too. Y'all had Joe messed up.
Oh, he had his own what? Joseph Jackson, JWJackson.com.
Get your life. Go look at Joe Jackson live a full life at 90. Okay?
Oh, Lord.
I told you he had young hoes with him.
Enjoying each dad 90 years young.
Yes. Enjoy your days, Joe. Enjoy. You did a lot for us. You gave us so much.
Look at him. Still driving.
Joe, that's why. So if you guys really want to think...
Got to keep looking sharp.
Look at Joe being measured. So listen, in short, Joe has lived a good life, a full life, a wealthy life, a rich life. His kids are stars. His kids are like... Just do your Googles.
This nigga has his things stamped.
Yeah, just do your Googles, kids.
All his pictures are stamped. Wow.
Did you have something that's cool in the city?
You guys, stop fucking video people being murdered. That's what's cool in the city.
Okay, so in short, what's cool in the city is get people help before you pull out your cell phone.
Please.
And if you have to pull out your cell phone, be calling 911, not looking for Instagram. Simple. Done. But anyway, so this week, my Woman Crush Wednesday goes to Tamera Campbell from Sister Sister, who's actually played by Tamera Mowry. And Tamera is my Woman Crush Wednesday because Tamera, after everything she did while they were in high school, like all the effing off, all the trying to throw the parties.
Yeah.
Tamera really was out here trying to live her best life the entire time. She wasn't really worried about her studies. And after all of that, Tamera still ended up at the same college as her sister, Tia Landry. And Tia was supposed to be like a straight A brainiac. So in short, what I've learned from Tamera Mowry is, it doesn't matter how you get there, as long as you get there. Girl.
That's a word.
Girl, because if you watch Sister Sister, Tamera stayed in trouble for getting like basic grades. Tamera always was like trying to be at the function. Tamera was boy crazy. Tamera was more worried about her fashions. And at the end of the day, her and Tia still, after Tia was straight A student, after Tia was like president of the honors club, and after she was like valedictorian, I think. After Tia did all of this stuff, her and Tamera still ended up at the same college. Like, how? How are you and Tia still at the same college?
How?
Why isn't Tia at Harvard? Why are you and Tia just sharing a dorm room at this point? How? Can somebody explain to me how Tia and Tamera still ended up at the same school when it is clear that Tamera barely graduated high school? And they still... So, like, sometimes people try to tell you to do your best. Sometimes being mediocre get you there, too. Shit.
Yeah, like...
Like, y'all presidents don't even be having straight A's and graduating from Harvard. Y'all presidents be very basic. Be having C averages and still be y'all presidents. So, listen. Tamera Mowry, not being mediocre sometimes still gets you where the A+ kids gets you.
That's true, though. It's true for some people. Like, mediocrity can get you.
And not everybody, but sometimes I be like talking to people and I just be like, how the hell did you end up here? And you like openly be admitting how like you effed off most of your life and yet you're here.
You're here. Making $100,000 a year.
Make even more. I know some people who make more than $100,000 a year and will tell you how they effed off a good bit of their life. So, and I'm not saying that works for everybody. Being blessed and highly favored it helps a lot. But in regards to Tamera Mowry, the girl was stealing from Forever 21 with Gabrielle Union on that one episode. Tamera stayed skipping like school and trying to mess with boys and just worrying about her fashions and always getting Tia in some bullshit. And Tamera still fully lived her life and got her and went to the same school as Tia. And I was watching season 6 and I was just like, these niggas really are at the same school. Like, y'all didn't even try to like have her go to community college. Like... Y'all just, after years and years and years
shit.
of Tamera openly herself. Like each season was something about Tamera's grades. Like every other episode, it was like, Tia, can you take this test for me? Tia, can you do every episode? And yet Tamera still
got into a good school.
Still got into that school and was in classes with Tia. So sometimes
cheers to you.
Cheers to you, Tamera. Amazing. You're doing amazing, sweetie.
You're doing amazing.
I love the Mowry twins. They're still really out here fully like living their best lives and doing like really well for themselves.
They look beautiful.
Oh, they're gorgeous. They've always been you know what the funny thing was? It's so funny how when that show originally aired, they looked just alike to me, but as the show went on, you can tell the difference. And like even now you can tell Tia from Tamera. Mm-hmm. And I love both of their Instagrams, like all of their cooking and do-it-yourself projects. And Tamera loves her kids. She's so cute on The Real. And they have like all these little, like, I think Tia has Tia's Quick Fix, Tia Mowry's Quick Fix, I think it's called. It used to come on like the cooking station, but it's on like Facebook now too. And they're just the sweetest kids. Yeah. And they're just so different. And it's just, I love them. Their movies were everything. That 17 one.
I just loved how they had those denim hats that like
flipped up
with the flower. I wanted that look.
You did. They were just cute. And then when Tamera was like all depressed and she sung "I'm Going Down" at the talent show, was one of my favorite episodes. And then like her boyfriend make up. So they're like, oh, sing the song. She's like, I can't sing it now because I'm happy. And then they like told her that he broke up with her again. And then she gets sad and singing it all over again. And like the iconic ass episode where they steal him from Forever 21 is funny because Gabrielle Union played such a bitch character in the 90s on every show. It's just hilarious. She was such a bully. She was such a mean girl. But so shout out to Tamera Campbell. I think your name was on the show. You lived your best life. Your daddy had money. He owns his own. I think we talked about this before. He owns his own limo company. You know, you was just out here living your best life, being mediocre as hell, and you still seemingly you made it into college. You still got ahead for some strange reason. So shout out to you and shout out to the Mowry family. You guys are just such an adorable family.
Indeed.
But this week we are recovering from losing your virginity.
Woo!
So let's just go back in time.
What are we gonna do? We're gonna go back. Way back.
So many years ago. So I forgot about those days when sex was unknown. What was your first thoughts of, like, how did you think losing your virginity was going to go? Like, what was your first, when you think of virginity in, like, I guess, like, middle school or early high school, how did you think it would go, and what did you know about it in general? Like,
I hung out with some fast ass girls.
So they was getting their cherries popped.
They was popping it in middle school. But
bro, what?
I was such a prude. My mother used to tell me that if you hold hands with boys, you could get pregnant.
You believe that?
So I had a cousin that was 13 and she got pregnant.
Girl, what?
13. So my family was in like a super panic because, you know, like, wow.
Like a cousin? Like you knew this cousin.
Yeah,
like, you know how you hear
with this cousin.
Oh, you know how you hear about the distant cousin?
No, ma'am. We cousins. And she
like you fight my cousin, I fight you cousin.
Yeah. So she ended up getting pregnant at 13. So my family
was that middle school 13 or high school? 13 middle school, huh?
Yeah, middle school. So you know, my mom was just like, oh shit, I have to tell her something to scare the shit out of her. So she told me that if you hold hands, you kiss, you can get pregnant. I didn't know what sex was.
Did they make her have it? Because at 13.
Oh yeah, she had the baby.
Are you serious?
Mm-hmm.
Did they make her have it or did she have a choice?
I don't know the logistics of that.
Damn.
Yes. That was a big
13?
13. She was 13. 13. She was 13, 14, something like that. But yeah, she was really young. And so my first thoughts of sex was, oh shit, if I have sex, I'm gonna get pregnant. I can't get pregnant. You know what I mean? So, but I do remember hearing stories of girls, like, you know, and I hung around a bunch of Hispanics. So they were just like telling me these stories of how they was just having sex. And I was just like, oh yeah, really? Oh, okay, cool. You know, I was just trying to be cool.
Mm-hmm.
But in my mind, I'm like, what the fuck? They had sex on a coffee table? Like
A coffee table? These niggas is grown.
like, what?
A coffee table is grown people sex.
Like, right? And, you know, and they're coming in like all that, yeah, I just had sex. It's my boyfriend. I'm like, what?
At 13?
What are y'all doing? Yeah, they were, yes. I'm telling you that before school started, I mean, yeah, like before classes started, everybody would kind of just congregate in this like, this breezeway. And, you know, everybody was in their little cliques, and, you know, everybody would talk about what happened over the weekend or the day before. And these hoes was talking about fucking. So I'm just like, again, trying to be cool. And
Like,
act
yeah.
Yeah, really?
Oh
I'm
my
like,
God.
coffee table? What, bitch? What? That's and in my mind,
Oh
I'm
my
like-
God, was so grown.
But then in my mind, I'm like, wow, these bitches like
Fucking.
really fucking like older dudes, like
Pedophiles.
high school kids. Like these bitches was fucking with high school kids, and we were like in 7th grade.
Oh my God.
Yeah, like it was pretty weird. So my whole like idea of sex was, I was a little confused. But up until
because your mom, like your family had one thing.
I was
and then-
confused of what it was.
And these girls
how
just
it was,
sucking dick
you know,
behind the butt.
I mean, I had no idea. Like, I had no clue. And then, you know, I get to high school, everything's kind of like heightened now. The sexual.
Because they've been fucking for like 3 years. Shit. You get to high school, these hoes is grown.
So, you know, I remember this one girl, we were talking about giving head, and she thought a blowjob was where you actually blow on the dick.
Like an instrument.
Like an instrument.
Gotcha.
So she told me that she was pretty embarrassed by that. I'm like, well, I don't even know how to do that. I don't even think I even sucked a dick till I was like,
I ain't sucked no dick till like, I was like, I
had to have been like a full blown adult.
Yeah, I was in like
20s.
early 20s.
Because I didn't even know.
Girl,
the
ain't no
concept.
foreplay when you lose it. For me, it wasn't no foreplay, bitch. Girl.
No, I was in a group of girls, and so my friends in high school, it was like maybe
She blew into the dick.
She blew into the dick. Hey, the nigga motherfucker asked her for a blowjob, so she's like, okay,
just blow.
and blow.
You gotta be more descriptive. Yeah.
You didn't know.
Yeah, you didn't know. We're learning.
Because you know, when you say sucking a dick, you suck it.
Your dick, yeah.
But
We're
when you
learning.
say blowjob, you blow.
I mean, when you're 13, you're still learning.
You're still
I get
learning,
it.
yeah.
I get it.
So, I lost my virginity at 16. It was a group of girls, and I felt like everybody was just losing their virginity one by one by one by one.
They had a pregnancy, a virginity pact.
I wouldn't say it was a virginity pact, but I didn't want to be the last one to lose my virginity.
Were you the last one?
No, I wasn't.
Oh, okay. Were you second to last?
I think I was probably like maybe 4th to last.
Oh, you still was early in the game.
So I won. I mean, I didn't win.
Oh, you won.
I
lost my virginity for the other hoes.
But no, but yeah, I was like, nah, fuck that. And I remember vividly, I planned it out that week, like that Friday. I told myself, Saturday night, I'm having sex. I don't care. I'm gonna have sex. And so I looked, and the guy that was sitting next to, which was the person that I ended up having sex with, he turned to me. He was just like, "Hey, I'm having a house party," and I was like,
Ching, 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 ching.
"Yeah, you're gonna be the person that has sex with." And so yeah, and then the rest is history. What about you?
Originally, my mom was pretty open about sex in general because my mom got pregnant when she was 15 and had my brother at 16. So she wasn't the type of person to she didn't like get descriptive about what sex was, but we knew you could have sex and have babies and that whole nine. She was very like open in that sense.
Yeah.
So my first thought of losing my virginity was Love and Basketball. It was. Because, I mean, that was like the first time I see somebody like lose their virginity. And, you know, it's like a quiet Maxwell cooing in the back. And it's like this couple, and you know they have like a connection. It's safe to say that I was about to call that girl Nina Mosley. That's Love Jones. Monica, I think her name was in the movie, and Quentin, they had a connection. It was clear because we watched them have a connection for like an hour in the movie. And so, you know, it was like this moment and it looked very beautiful. And I was just like, that is it. That's how you lose your virginity. This is gonna be my situation. It's gonna be Maxwell cooing in the back, and it's gonna be like this lovely moment. It wasn't. So the guy I basically dated on and off in high school, we like broke up. So in the midst of breaking up, I've always been impulsive anyway. I've been like that as a kid. I'm like that as an adult. So I ended up talking to like this other guy, and nothing like serious. So I ended up talking to him, and one day in between the end of school and track practice, he was like, oh, you should come to my house. And I had a car by then because I'm like 17. So I get in a car and I'm like, oh, okay, cool, I'll take you to your house. So we show up to his house, and it's like, it's in the hood. So it's like 5 people outside for no reason, mind you, it's the middle of the day. It's like a baby in a dirty onesie running around with like a diaper that needs to be changed. It's like pit bulls in the back.
Oh my.
You go into his house, his meatballs like frying chicken. Just a whole scene. So we go into the back, which now that I think about it, like, how's all these grown ass adults around, and we just I casually park my Toyota Camry, it was white, and we just walk into the house like real adults. So we go into like the back room, and I didn't think I was gonna lose my virginity, but we were just in this space. So we were like trying to, he knows what he's doing. I'm still lost. So I kind of like no, but then I'm not really saying no, but I'm like kind of just seeing where it's gonna go type of thing. So it's just like, I guess we're doing this. I guess we're here. This is what we're doing today.
We are here.
I didn't know this was gonna be the day. Nothing loving basketball about this situation. Technically, this guy I dated on and off for all these years, pretty much, my virginity is pretty much owed to him. If I was gonna lose it, it probably should have been him. So we proceed, and it's nothing like Love and Basketball. It's not like Nighttime. It's not Maxwell cooing in the back. It's definitely like a mix CD with like Little John and Trick Daddy and, you know, T.I. and Big Timers, you know. So that's completely opposite from Maxwell. And definitely a mix CD. Why? This is very tragic for me. Well, I don't understand why you're laughing.
I'm laughing because your expectation was like Maxwell, but then you get get Big Timers.
You know, when you think you're gonna get a woman's work and maybe like Ascension, and you get like
Little
Sail
John
Fly and meet me at the hotel, we can fuck all night. You know, from T.I. And when you get, I think you use a hole, but you can't help it, from Trick Daddy. Not the same situation. So we do it. I remember it was just like disgustingly like terrible because it hurt so bad. And I mean, I told y'all later that my vagina curves to the left, and that's what the gynecologist told me. So it was terrible. It was just like, it wasn't nothing Love and Basketball about it. You know, it wasn't like cute and quaint. It was
Did
just
you like strip your shirt off?
No, it was nothing. It was just like, oh, this is sex. This is fucking terrible. But so, you know, cut off the mixtape. Go back out to the pit bulls and the baby with the onesie that's unsnapped. By this time, the grandma's done frying the chicken.
So you eat?
No, I go to track because I was supposed to be. It was the middle of it was between me leaving school and track practice. So I went back to school. So I go to track practice, and I'm like running on the track because we had to do like 2 laps for warm up. So I'm doing my warm up running, and I'm like, what the fuck just happened? I just lost my virginity on some fluke shit. And so I'm just running around the track like, this was stupid as shit. What the figgity fuck? That was not like Love and Basketball. Where the fuck was Maxwell?
I'm pissed.
Well, yeah, where's Maxwell? Why is it a hot summer day, a hot spring day? It's hot as shit in Florida. Why wasn't it like easy breezy, like summer breeze, like Monica and Quentin? Where the fuck was Maxwell? All the big CDs. How did I end up with Little John and the East Side Boys and a Big Timers mixtape? So then I'm like, okay, well maybe, because then like I was thinking about other people who I knew had lost their virginity and they were like addicted to sex. Like my best friend at the time was fucking. And so I was like, okay, maybe something's wrong because why does everybody enjoy it but I didn't enjoy it?
Right.
So then I'm like, okay, well no one ever really says they enjoyed their initial time.
Mm-hmm.
So let me try again being the person I am. I'm like, okay, well since we're here,
Can we try it?
And I can't go do it with somebody else because no one knows I lost my virginity. And I can't go back to the original boy I was on and off with because my family knew his family. And that made more sense. So I can't go to him, which I eventually told him. And he hated me for years. Well, a couple of years. I can't go to him. So let's just try this again with this guy. So we had sex maybe 3 more times after that.
Damn.
Like 2 or 3, yeah. Probably 2. Because I can remember 1 for sure. So, yeah, we had sex 2 more times after that. And so, I'm like, okay, I don't like it. This ain't it. For me, this ain't it. I could have saved this shit. So, I turned 18, and my mom's like, I think I told the story before. My mom's like, okay, you're 18 now. It's time to get well women's exams. You know, you have to get a checkup yearly. They're going to do this to your vagina. And I'm like, okay, gross, but okay, cool. Not thinking anything of it. So, like I said, I have a car and I'm 18 by now. So I go and drive myself to the gynecologist. They check my JJ. Actually, do I have sex? I say no, of course. And we go on about the day and I go off to whatever I was doing. Maybe a week or a few days later, I get a phone call. They call the house and they leave a message, but I hear the message because this is when your voicemail.
Yeah.
Or I was checking a voicemail or something like that.
Yeah.
So I heard the voice message of them saying they needed to talk to me. And I'm like, okay, cool. So I'm not thinking nothing of it because I knew I had just got checked up. I'm thinking, not they're giving me results to anything. I'm thinking, I don't know what I'm thinking, but I'm not thinking results.
Yeah.
That's just not on my mind.
They just want to talk to you.
They just want to talk to me. Maybe a follow up. Maybe, you know, how was your first time?
You forgot to sign something.
Yeah. Some bullshit. So I called back and it was like, oh, the nurse answers. And she's like, oh, I have to wait till the doctor comes. And I'm like, But still not really alarmed. So the doctor ended up calling back before my mom gets home. And then that's when they tell me I tested positive for chlamydia. So now looking back at the situation, see, that's all I lost my virginity to Little John and the East Side Boys and Trick Daddy and T.I. and while somebody's meemaw was frying chicken and while a baby was running around in a dirty diaper that needed to be changed and a onesie that was unsnapped. And the fact that it was a bunch of niggas and like people just on the front porch. It seems like I should have got chlamydia.
You were asking for it.
I was begging for the chlamydia. Begging for the chlamydia. Because someone's like, well, why didn't you use condoms? I was like, this is the thing. I was fully aware of condoms. And I had condoms. Because, they used to give out condoms all the time. Because sex ed and all that.
Yeah.
And I was like, but when you just don't think that's going to happen to you. It's kind of like thinking you're going to get pregnant on your first time. You just don't think
it's going to happen.
You don't. And being pregnant and chlamydia was the furthest from my mind. So I ended up getting chlamydia. Then I didn't know what it was, so I took a summer's eve and put it up my vagina, pulled it out, and I was just like, oh.
That's
chlamydia. So then that's when I told my mother, and she STD shamed me and went to Google. She did her Googles then and printed out a bunch of exploding vaginas saying this is how my vagina is going to be. Mind you, she was getting people who had chlamydia for like 20 years. Then she went, because me and my little brother had a Jack and Jill bathroom. And our dirty clothes hamper was in the Jack and Jill bathroom in like one of the closets. So she went and like, you got your nasty panties around my son's clothes. You need to wash your own clothes. And she was super dramatic and ridiculous about it. And then I was just like, I'm never having sex again.
Oh my God, that's so awful.
Yeah. And then I didn't have sex again for probably 2 or 3 years later. Then I had sex again. Because I was like, I'm not doing this shit ever again. So that was just pretty traumatic. I mean, it was terrible. And to this day, my friend from high school cannot stand him. Like, I remember we seen him out maybe 7 years ago. So it's like 4 or 5 years after high school, we see him out, and she's like, I just can't stand him.
Yeah.
Like, she could not stand that nigga.
Yeah. It's crazy because I'm still friends with the guy.
Oh, that's good.
Well, yeah. Like if I go to Corpus or I see him, it's a good time.
Well, that's good. Because
But,
I definitely will redo mine.
I do remember thinking like, wow, I'm having sex. Wow, this is really. Ow! It hurts! It hurts! It hurts! It hurts! It hurts!
It hurts.
And then I remember he took me home. He took me home. Such a gentleman, that guy. I had snuck out of my house.
Yeah, he should take you home, though.
Yeah, I had snuck. Well, so I told him to pick me up because I knew that he was having this party. So I told him if he could pick me up, I'll be waiting on the side of the street. So I snuck out of my house, and at the time he had a red truck.
Mm-hmm.
So I ran. I saw him, He ran to the truck. We went to this party, and that's the first time I ever had Everclear.
Oh my God!
Yeah,
party.
Yeah, so we had Everclear, and then we went back to his mom's house. Like, he was just one of those kids that was just like, you know,
grown.
Like just grown. Like, his parents just kind of just let him kind of come and go as he pleased. And so we went up to his room and we did the deed. And then after we were done, he was like, it's like 5 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, I think I gotta go home.
Yeah, I'm actually a child.
I actually used to go home because my mom's probably gonna wake up.
Yeah,
in about an hour.
I'm a child and I just can't walk through the front door.
Yeah, so dropped me back off, and then so that Monday, you know, he came into class and we sat next to each other. I think it was biology. We had biology together, and I was so like, oh my God, I had sex. And it, like, oh my God, I'm so nervous. So he comes in and he sees me. He just has this big old smile on his face. And he sits down next to me. And he's like, what's up? I'm like, oh my God, I'm so embarrassed. This is embarrassing. And so we actually just, like, maintained our friendship after that. But then somebody played a joke. Somebody played a joke on me. So one of his friends, so apparently he told somebody that we had sex. I didn't tell anybody. And then, and I was in drill team at the time. So when we were all in our little circle, that's when I told all my friends. So one of the girls was dating one of his friends. So apparently, of course, they probably told each other, whatever. And so they come back to me and they say, oh my God, you've been recorded. You were recorded.
What type of mean girl shit is
and
this?
I was just like, what? And I was like, and at first I believed it. And I was just like, oh my God, they recorded it. And they're like, yeah, we saw you at his house.
Mean girl.
And I was just like, what? That's impossible. They're like, yeah, it's like a sex tape going around. But at the time, it's like,
you're in high school, so you're over dramatic and emotional.
First of all, nobody had camera phones like that.
That could take that good anyway.
So, so they were saying that somebody was hiding in his closet. Because he had one of those, like, closets that, like, pulled, that rolled
Was it dark
back.
in the room?
Yeah.
That could have, okay, but yeah,
but
I get it. I get it
so
in high school.
but I was just, like, freaking out. And then I was just like, there couldn't possibly have been anybody there because I didn't know what was going to, we didn't know we were going back to his house. He didn't know that I was plotting to have sex with him.
To lose my virginity.
So I know that it wasn't, like, he planned it because so then I was just like, oh, you fuckers are just such jerks.
Yeah, they some bitches for that.
But yeah, that was my experience.
I just think because I was watching Red Table Talk with Jada Pinkett, and I love that show. And she was talking about that her grandma taught her about like her body at 9. I know people were like flipping out. But I was like, hey, I really don't know what type of area you grew up in. Because if people was fucking at 10, 11, getting pregnant at 12, 13, you might need to teach your kids some stuff at 9. I don't know. But I was thinking to myself that people don't tell girls about their body like boys are allowed to figure out an experiment. Like, I was just thinking about how boys, like, masturbate. And it's known they masturbate. And nobody really flips out. And it's like a bunch of TV shows that, like, center an episode around the son learning to jack off. Yeah. And I remember my mom found my little brother's porn on, like, the family computer. And it wasn't even like, you're watching porn. It was like, what type of porn are you into? Like, that was the question. So it wasn't like, you're watching porn. It was like, you freak. Like, but if it would have been my porn, it would have been like, why are you watching porn? So, like, do you think, like, women need to teach, or people need to make masturbation and teach women about little girls about their bodies more?
Because, you know, unfortunately, my mom, she only really told me about my period.
Yeah, and how to have kids.
Like, she just told me now that I have a period, you're able to have kids, so don't have sex.
Yeah, that was it.
But that was it.
Yeah, it's like
it wasn't
and when you in class, it's like, okay, here's a fallopian tube, the baby, here are your ovaries.
And it's all confusing because you're like, my body does all that.
And it's not like, but it's not even in a sense of like, they teach you it in a very reproductive way versus, and I guess you can't teach them sexually, so I guess that'll be your parents, but they don't teach you about like sex. Like,
Yeah,
like they don't
what
let you know
happens,
about your clitoris or your G-spot.
Yeah.
And so, and then girls aren't really allowed to masturbate. Like, me and my friend were talking about, like, the first time we learned about masturbation, and, like, she learned off a shower head on some fluke shit. And she was like, I was in my early 20s. I was like, wait, what? And, like, I was like, you know what? I feel like I learned on some fluke shit, too. Like,
I didn't really start masturbating until I was, where was I working at that damn suit store? Maybe 4 or 5 years ago.
But then it was like, because I think girls versus boys, boys already know they can make themselves feel a certain way for a couple of years before they even have sex.
Right.
And then because they can do it, I think they have a detachment between love and sex, which is not always a bad thing, because you do sometimes need to know there is a difference between love and actual sex. I think because girls don't masturbate and we don't know anything yet, that we tie into love and sex and a feeling, because this person is giving us the feeling per se, versus boys who already know. Like, because I just even remember, like, talks in, like, middle school and high school when a boy was like, oh yeah, what y'all need to do is, like, get a banana, warm it up, and jack off with it. And I was just like, y'all are nasty.
Jack off
with the banana peel. Because it's like the warm banana peel and you jacking it off, like you're using it as like a vagina, a makeshift vagina in a sense. Like, right?
Oh my God.
So, but then this is an open dialogue between boys. But I would have never had that. Like, I think I just started talking about masturbation with my friends within like the past 2 to 3 years. Like, this just not a conversation you have. So girls are confused, or even I was talking to somebody and we were talking about orgasms, and she was talking about, I forgot how we got on the subject, and I was like, well, which orgasm? And she was like, it's 2, and I'm like, yeah, you can have a G-spot or a clitoral orgasm. She was like, what? It's like, it's so much unknown. And we're learning as like days and sexual partners and
many sexual partners.
Yeah, the many trials and errors of dicks. We're learning, and it's just like, it's unfortunate that girls aren't allowed that same space as boys. Because I think it will be healthier if girls were.
Absolutely. I think if people were more open to talk about it, I don't know why it's such a like
cliche.
Not a cliche, but it's almost like taboo, like to talk about it
for girls.
Girls, and you know, goddamn, if I would have known half the shit that I know now about my vagina, I probably wouldn't have been so free with it.
Yeah, I was kind of free with mine too. But I always say that the way I lost my virginity was like on the flip side, because I was so high school in love with this other guy. I knew the difference quick between the sex and like my genuine feelings for this boy, because I still fully liked this boy. I still thought we were gonna have babies and be together, and we ended up like talking back like once we got to college, because we went to college in the same city. But I knew the difference immediately, because I knew I didn't feel that way about the boy who took my virginity. Or who I gave my virginity to.
Right.
So, but I don't think, I know people who didn't have that, because the boy who took their virginity is the boy who they were super in love with. So then it's like years go by and they're still attached to this person. And it was like, if somebody would have taught me I could have been masturbating at 16 and 17, or would have taught me more, I think everybody's life would have been a bit different. Like, I'm not saying your mama should come home with a rabbit and be like, here, girl.
Yeah, but I mean, you gotta think about it, because you keep talking about this orgasm. I didn't have a fucking orgasm until I was like 22. And then at the time, it wasn't like, after that, it was like only with a certain person that knew how to do that. But the guys in between...
So you just,
it's just like,
it's just like a chemistry experiment with penises.
But I think it's important for a woman to masturbate, because until you know how to make your own self do it, you can't use somebody else, especially people that just don't know, because it's a mental thing, right?
Yeah, because
until you know what is a good position, a spot for you, you're never going to get it with somebody else that because at the end of the day, if you fucking, you're not fucking just to fuck. You're fucking for
a happy ending.
A happy ending. So if you're fucking with a nigga that you just fucking him and you not
finishing,
it's almost just like, damn, sis, you just ran up your mileage for no reason.
But then you don't know the, like I said, the conversation, because me and my friend, she was like, I don't know how I come. And then I was just like, well, I can come clitorally. I was like, I don't really think I have a G-spot. But then once again, my vagina curves to the left. So maybe it's somewhere hidden and I can't find it.
I mean, and I don't, and that's the thing. I don't even know the difference between how I come.
You don't know which one you're doing.
I don't know which one is which. Well, I mean, I know the clitoris. I know the anatomy.
You know the anatomy.
I know the anatomy, but I don't know
during the moment.
The sensation. What is what?
See, but then that's the thing. Like, you guys, we should be. If girls are able to explore themselves, like now, I think girls explore. I'm saying girls. I think now women, because I'm 32. I'm unapologetically. We were just talking about masturbating the other day with me and my homegirl, and I was just like, listen. Let me get a good Saturday when I ain't doing shit. I was like, girl, I will masturbate all day. I was like, all day meaning like I'll masturbate and then I'll like watch TV, maybe eat something. Then like, you know what? I'm gonna do it again. Just for the fun of it. Just out here. Just out here. I was like, but with that being said, it's multiple ways girls can masturbate. You can come clitorally and you can come inside. I'm like, so it's just so much more.
So is inside the G-spot?
The G-spot, yeah.
Oh, okay.
And then the click, because I don't think I have a G-spot, so I haven't came that way, but neither here nor there.
Really?
No, but my vagina curved to the left, girl. It really does. It's not a joke.
It curves to the left.
Like slight.
So does the guy have to slide in?
No, it's like once you get in, you're good, but it's like, you know how you have to like,
you have to wiggle.
Yeah, it's like once you're there, like you get in.
Do you give that disclaimer?
No, because once you get in, because like it's gonna sound really weird. But like when like somebody's about to have, like when we're about to have sex, it's like it's a space of it almost feels like I'm losing my virginity again.
Oh.
And it doesn't, it isn't excruciating. It's just a very tight feeling. And then boom, we're fine. Once you get past
the tightness.
That part. Right. Like it's like a little doorway. Like a little doorway. My vagina has a little doorway. But no, so that's what we were talking about. I was just like, I think like people were going in on Jada and saying like 9's too young. Like I said, I would like to think my 9-year-old still playing with dolls. But with that being said, I don't know like her era and her life and what they were doing down in Baltimore. But I would really like to like have a conversation with my daughter about her body that isn't reproductive-ish.
Yeah. It's just about understanding your body.
Hey girl, like, you can come here, you can come here. Like a conversation where she knows more about her body than what, like, it's like this learning thing. And then, like I said, boys, maybe fathers don't have that conversation with boys, but the fact that they can jack off in peace, because essentially my little brother got to an age where I wouldn't just bust open his door. And it's not that because he told me I couldn't.
It's because you don't
it's just because you know. And then when I realized that lotion stayed on his nightstand, I was like, okay, let me knock on this nigga's door. His room ain't my business. But we know that. We don't know that about girls. It's like girls don't ever have a moment where they can be like caught masturbating. There isn't no TV show where it's like, you know, Sarah's masturbating again. Ha ha ha.
Oh,
she's gonna
my fingers in my vagina.
Or like, you know, it's always the same jokes. Like he's gonna break that thing off if he keeps doing it. And it's like the same jokes, but in the same storyline for when they realize their little boys are masturbating. But girls don't get that same thing, and I think that's important.
Oh, absolutely.
And you need to teach girls about themselves in a sexual way. That doesn't seem like it's gonna always seem weird
in general, because just like how, because I had a couple people come up to me and say, like, when you had posted that clip about us saying about how we smell our panties.
Oh, good times on Recovering Party Girl.
Yeah, but that's so relatable. Like nobody, like my mother never told me like this is normal or this not normal or this is what you have to maintain.
Yeah, like
you don't have to, even though I now that I look back, maybe it's because she didn't know, because she used dishes and shit like that. Like, you're not supposed to use that. Like, your vagina is a self-cleaning operating.
But, well, with the dish thing, I think as time goes by, people start learning more about stuff. Yeah. So I think because I think about everybody who was older than me, they all did.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like that's what they knew.
Yeah.
But now as
I still keep it this just in case something feels funny. I need to put it up there to pull out and be like, oh, okay, we're cool. I'm really hypochondriac, girl. I be thinking about, listen, get chlamydia on your first try. You'll always think you got some shit.
That's awful.
You live your life in panic. You live your life in vagina panic.
You're like, what is that bump right there? What is that?
Go to the doctor, ma'am. It's because you
It's
got
a hair
wax
bump.
and
It's
the
a
hair.
hair bump.
Here's a chart about hair bumps. Like, stop wasting your insurance for this bullshit. But no, you should, like, and that is the truth. Like, no one teaches you about, like, your vagina will leak and not necessarily because something's wrong with you.
Yeah, like
Just
because at first, because like so like when you ovulate, you have a discharge. It's
No one tells you that.
nobody tells you that. So when you have this surge of whoosh.
It's like a water slide. It's literally like you're sliding down a tube on a water
it's like
slide.
you can feel it coming down. You're like, what the
You're literally,
fuck is that?
It's a water slide
then-
and you're the tube.
And it's just like, yo, and you like check your panties, you're like, what the fuck is all this white shit?
And yeah,
But it's normal.
It
But
is.
if you don't if nobody tells you that, you're thinking like, God damn, something is wrong with me. But it's nothing. That's
It's nothing. It's
just
just
a
like-
part of what it is. And I always used to think like, is it normal for my vagina to always be like?
Well, I had a friend who said, like, when you wear a freakum dress and you really can't wear no panties with it, she was like, I put a tampon on. Because she was like, because of that, like the gush. But then you'll be thinking something's wrong with you because it's like wet and you're just like, you get up from the seat and it's wet. It's like,
what is going
vaginas are
on?
gross. Oh my God. Vaginas are just a terrible bear. Oh my God. Vaginas are just a lot of words.
But again, it's that like, damn, I didn't know. Like, I wish somebody would have told me. Like, my vagina is going to discharge daily, and it's not necessarily a bad thing.
And it's not. It's not a whole bunch. It's sometimes it's just
a
your
light.
panties wet, and you're like, did I like kind of pee on myself or what? Did a little get out?
Like, what's going on down there? Like, why am I so wet today?
Why am I so? I'm just like, why am I like a walking sweat box? Like, what is? Am I sweating or am I turned on?
Is it an internal sweat?
What's going on here? Do I need to go see the gynecologist? If you're me, you go. And
But
be like, no, girl.
and then I was reading this thread on Twitter the other day, and it was saying vagina facts, which I was like, wow, this is pretty great. So basically, they were saying like, yes, your vagina discharges, but it has this. Each person has this smell,
a distinct
right?
smell.
It's a distinct smell. So it was
It
saying
smell
that,
like water. Ain't no smell in it. I think Plies said that.
you know
Plies
what?
lied.
Let me tell you
Plies
something,
lied, y'all.
gentlemen.
It smell like
Ladies and
water.
gentlemen,
Ain't no smell in
ain't no
it.
pussy out here that smells like fucking water.
Ain't no smell
Don't
in
let
it.
these rappers confuse you and ladies.
And
don't
just
let
because
these-
it smells doesn't mean it smells bad. It just
smells like a vagina.
It smells like something that's been between your legs closed up in panties. My God. Like, our vaginas aren't,
Don't
they're
let
not
these
hanging
niggas,
loose.
because at one point I thought, damn, my pussy's supposed to smell like water. What does water smell like?
Ain't no smell in it.
So then I'm just like, damn, does that equate a good pussy if it smells
Nope.
like...
Jeezy told me it got an Aquafina flow. They call it wet.
But it's like all vaginas smell.
And not terrible.
And not in a... They just... I mean, it
Everybody's body has a smell.
Yeah.
Like, you know when you're dating somebody for a very long time, like you can smell them on you, but it's not a bad smell.
It's just...
People smell.
It's just...
People like stuff is secreting out of you. Stuff is coming out your fucking pores. You smell. Not like in a bad way though.
No.
Everybody smells like something. Like like how babies have a smell. Like people smell.
I just hate that
As long as they don't smell like no boiled eggs or some boiled sausages.
Some boiled trash.
Like you good. As long as like anything
it's
like
not
dumpster
green.
pussy. Listen, in your discharge, if it ain't white, or
It
like
ain't
not,
right.
No. And not like what okay.
It
okay.
has so it,
you know your body. So
if it's a different color,
if it's a whole lot all the time.
Yeah.
Because chlamydia is actually white. When I put the thing up and put it out, it was
like cottage cheese.
Yeah, it was cottage cheese. Oh God.
Well, I've had a yeast infection.
I don't fuck with cottage cheese to this day. memories in the corner of my mind.
So I've had a yeast infection, and that is very like.
So you need to know it should be. I don't know how everyone else's look. I know how my like light.
So if you like stick something, like if you stick your finger, like if you're taking a shower.
Tutorial about vagina.
So look, so if you're like taking a shower and like you stick your finger up your vagina and you pull it out, and there's like chunky white residue, it could either be a couple of things. It could be a yeast infection.
It could be chlamydia.
Or it could be chlamydia. That's something. So if it itches
Or
really bad,
if it itches, if it burns, if your discharge is like a whole bunch, like if it look like you got like a half pound of cottage cheese in your panties, come to the doctor. But like I said, you should know like yourself. Like I know what
go ladies, when you are listening to this,
if you look like you have blue cheese in your panties,
when you're done,
blue cheese ain't right.
Listening to this podcast, go into the bathroom, get yourself a hand mirror, crop that leg up on top of the sink, put the mirror
look girl
on your vagina,
bust them lips open
and spread them lips open.
Two fingers
Because honestly, so maybe like 2-3 months ago I was masturbating.
This podcast is going just downhill from here, but go ahead. At one point we were talking about daddy issues, and now we've been giving vagina tutorials for a very long time. But go ahead, keep it a buck.
I'm gonna keep it a buck. So, and this is during my period of not having sex, right? Mm-hmm. So I hadn't had sex in like maybe 7-8 months. So I've had sex with myself, just not sex with the person.
Got you.
So I'm masturbating, and so I pull the vibrator out, and I feel this like, what is that? Like that hurt. So I immediately go to the restroom and I look, and it was like it was. So apparently, in our vaginas there are glands, mm-hmm. and glands can get clogged.
Girl, how much masturbating were you doing? You did a lot of masturbating, didn't you?
So
you irritated yourself.
So I feel like so I looked, and it was like this thing, right? And so it was right after my period. I know it was right after my period. So so I looked, and it was like this. It didn't hurt like when I touched, like it was, but it was like on, like I could see it. I could like I could see it, right?
I got it. You saw it.
And so
I'm like clutching my pearls, aka my vagina.
I touched it, and I was just like, it doesn't hurt, but it doesn't hurt. It only hurt after I pulled the vibrator out, and so then I'm like, okay. What the fuck? What the fuck? So I'm like on the phone with Planned Parenthood, calling. And then so I was like, you know what? Let me just do my due diligence. Let me Google. So I just Googled what I saw. And so basically what I read was that sometimes that you have oil glands within your vagina, like in the labia. So
girl, I am clutching my vagina right now. Go ahead.
In the labia that can get clogged. Mm-hmm. It said it's very common. It can happen to anybody.
How much masturbation were you doing? A lot.
It wasn't a lot, but
more than usual.
It was very aggressive.
Intense. It was intense. Oh shit! This podcast is terrible. It was a very aggressive masturbation. I'll be the pussy up. I'll be the pussy up.
It was aggressive.
Okay. Enough said. I'm a bit more gentle with myself.
It was on the third speed.
Okay. I'm a bit.
So anyways, so I read that it will usually, it can last for up to 2 weeks, but it'll usually drain itself.
Oh shit!
And it can, it was a nice, it was almost a pea size.
Okay, I get it.
So I was just like, okay,
oh, God.
Well, I don't want to panic. I'm not going to panic. So I'm going to see what this does. The next day, it was almost like a drainage.
Girl.
So I had to wear
keep your shit
liner.
on 2.
I know. I need to keep it on 1. I just need to keep it on one.
What toy do you have, girl?
It's the rabbit.
Oh, girl.
And it has 3 speeds.
Oh, and you put it on 3?
I put it on 3.
Oh, girl.
I was in a mood.
I broke my clitoris once. I went to a doctor by it. Like, I was like, I think it's when I first realized I could masturbate. And I got really good at it, and I kept rubbing it, and like I irritated it, and then I like legit was at the doctor like, I'm broken. This clit is no good.
It's no go.
Oh my god, my vagina hurts.
Yeah, so you know,
it's short, ladies. Just Google about your vagina.
Google.
I'm literally clutching my vagina.
Just don't master. Don't put it on 3. Keep it on 1.
Everything in moderation, girl.
Because I fucked myself up. Even though it wasn't anything, it wasn't nothing to be, you know, scared about. Because, I mean, literally the next day, it just, like, was gone. But, just be careful.
Girl, and honestly, with your bodies, I mean, granted, it's been so long ago, I don't give a shit about my virginity. But for the people who, if we have young listeners, which I hope we don't, because if you're under 18, listen to this.
Good
your
Lord.
Parents need to come get you. But if you are, or you're like early 20s and you haven't lost your virginity,
take your time. Don't run up your mileage. Don't let these niggas run your mileage up.
You're not missing. I mean, you missing something, but you ain't missing nothing.
You ain't missing nothing. These niggas out here ruining lives.
You ain't missing nothing that you can't get back later. I'll just say it like that.
You're not missing a damn
At 16, you just learning sex. At 18, you still learning sex.
At 22, you're
learning sex. It might get a little better, but you're still learning. Your sex life don't really get good until you're fully
30s.
Aware of yourself anyway.
30s.
So until you really know yourself, please be cautious who you give your. In general, when you just out here giving it up, be very mindful. First of all, wear a condom. Coming from me. For sure. But be very mindful of who you're giving your body up to, because everybody's not worth your space, and everybody is a lot of people are having sex for their self-satisfaction. Don't let these niggas have sex with you so they can get one. That's not how this works.
Give them niggas blue balls.
Give these niggas blue balls and they turn black, okay? You need to honestly, if it needs to be for you. If you're having sex, it needs to be for you as well.
Yep. And the best way to learn is to masturbate.
Play with yourself.
But also keep it on 1 or 2.
Girl, and listen, when you finally figure out how to make yourself come through your
It
clit,
is the best feeling. The first time I actually did it on my own.
I was like, what is this?
I was like, yo. I literally walked a bit taller that next day. I had a pep in my step.
Yeah, right there.
I had a glow on me. Couldn't nobody tell me shit because fuck you, nigga. I can make my own self come.
I can't do G-spot because I don't think I have one. But me and my clit are very good friends. Mm-hmm. But, learn your bodies, ladies. Don't be afraid to ask questions. Don't be afraid to call your doctor. Don't be afraid to call Planned Parenthood. Don't be afraid to Google.
I have Planned Parenthood saved in my phone.
Listen.
Southwest.
Don't let these people think that you're not supposed to know your body the way you're supposed to know your body. Don't let no nigga teach you about your body. You should know about your anybody who teach you about anything else you learn about your vagina from somebody else, a man, is an enhancement. You should know all your basic stuff. And honestly, I don't think I came from an era where parents was teaching basic stuff.
No,
maybe now. Maybe now.
Not our.
I mean, not our parents, but maybe the parents now. But, so, and just, girl, save your virginity until it looks like Love and Basketball. Don't lose yours like that.
Don't lose it to a mixtape CD.
Don't lose it to a mix CD full of big timers and Cash Money and T.I.
Oh my god!
Leave me at the hotel. We can fuck all night. Don't do that. Too short. If Too Short's on the mix, I guess now y'all got mixtapes or whatever. If it on the playlist, if Too Short's
on the SoundCloud playlist,
if Too Short's on the mix on the playlist, just don't do it. Trick Daddy Dollar shouldn't be there. Yin Yang Twins, Shake 'em Like a Salt Shaker shouldn't be there.
Good Lord.
Lil Jon and the East Side Boys. No, it wasn't. It's still like losing my virginity. It wasn't like super romantic, but it's still very slow and losing my virginity. But it's like when the sweat rolled down my balls. Oh,
what I'm saying.
Like, what?
And you're like, what is going on?
What the fuck is going on? While these pit bulls are in the backyard.
And the grandma's frying chicken.
And the grandma's frying chicken with this baby with this unsnapped, dirty onesie on. What the fuck am I... I don't deserve this. I am from the suburbs, God damn it. So yeah. But this week we have a letter.
Oh, we have another one.
Girl, we out here popping.
Bitch, y'all come with these letters.
We had two, but I deleted one. I couldn't find. Something happened. But sorry, whoever that was. If you listen, if this isn't your letter, rewrite. My bad, girl. Okay, so this week on Moesha's Diary, we have a letter from, who are we going to call her? Patti LaBelle. So, hey, recovering party girls, should I be upset? I talked to this older man who has money. One night we were out and he said he was attracted to this girl I know. She's my homegirl. We party together sometimes. That night I set up the situation so we all could have a threesome. The next day he took us shopping and the cycle kind of continued for a few times with her, me, and him if he wanted me to ask her to come over. The issue is they now hang out and hook up without me, and he takes her shopping and I assume gives her money. Is she wrong and should I be upset? Patti LaBelle.
Ooh. Girl.
Patti!
Patti!
Patti! If only you knew how much
you shouldn't have done that.
Yeah, you shouldn't have. But why shouldn't she have done that?
You know, three-ways are tricky. Let's just go ahead and put that out there.
The dynamics.
The dynamics of a three-way is very tricky. Now, it could be fun, unassuming. You think that everybody's just here for a good time.
The drinks is flowing.
The food is delicious.
It was a good time.
Good conversations. And, you know.
The girl might be gorgeous.
Everybody's gorgeous, right? But when people get a little too comfortable, that person spent an extra 2 to 3 minutes on another person and they be like, oh shit, I like that. Oh, okay. Damn. I didn't know you throw it back like that. Okay. Shit. So then after, y'all laying up in bed, next morning, y'all separating, motherfuckers like, all right, y'all, I'll hit y'all up later, but you hitting up the girl that threw it back in a circle the way you liked it, and it wasn't you. And it's just like, that can lead to mess. So I can see how that problem
can occur. Should she be upset?
I mean,
charge it to the game, baby girl.
Charge it. Take the L and just don't do that shit no more.
This is the thing about threesomes. I think I talked about threesome story before. I took wise words from the Samantha Jones from Sex and the City. Yeah. She said, if you're going to be a part of the threesome, always be the guest. Don't be a part of the main act. I took those words to heart. So when I did have a threesome, I was the guest, and it still ended up being some bullshit where it ended up falling out. It was a mess anyway with me being the guest, because that same situation happened where the guy tried to make a side deal with me, but the girl was actually his girlfriend. So, in short with you, it sounds like you just with this man for money. And
that's okay.
And that's okay too. I ain't judging that girl. I feel you. This is the thing. If you're going to set up, this is the thing about business. When you set up a deal, you need to understand once you set the deal up and the deal is signed, sealed, and delivered, you don't have nothing else to do with the deal. Yeah. And that deal happens how it may. It might go through, it might fall apart, it might keep going through. You're not the once you initiate something once, they don't have to call you to keep initiating it. And see, that's where the problem occurs.
And maybe perhaps the communication. Like, if you know that this is just merely a transaction to get...
But it sounds like she's a transaction too. You saying you talking to this older man with money, you a transaction essentially too. So you can't get mad when he want to have two, when he has enough money for a few transactions.
Again, I would just keep it like this. If you really want to keep it a buck and just be smart about it, don't get your feelings involved behind something.
She ain't mad about the money though. She don't want nobody getting her, but that be.
But if a nigga got enough money to spread out.
But even if a nigga have enough money to spread out, a lot, and I've dealt with this before, a lot of people don't want them getting more money than them.
How do they know?
They'll know if you realize your phone ain't blowing up and somebody else's phone is blowing up more, you know. When you see new Gucci bags and Versace's, you know. I just
ain't got it.
Yeah, you ain't got it. I just think at this point, take this as a lesson learned. If you have a lick, because it sounds like this guy was your lick. If you have a lick and you want to prove you're freaky, y'all want to be freaky, you need to go get some girls that you do not know like that.
True.
Stop inviting people y'all know into y'all bedroom because it never ends well.
True.
Because if you fuck the same two people long enough, the dynamics mess up anyway.
True.
So y'all need to start hiring your vaginas. I hate to bust it to you that way. You need to go find your stripper down to Onyx or something and don't do your friends. Or people you know that you actually...
Or that you wouldn't care.
Like, yeah.
Yeah.
Because if you get like a real random girl, then that would be just a random night and everybody can move along.
Mm-hmm.
But when y'all start having the same situation 2 or 3 times with the same
and
people...
don't befriend them afterwards.
And don't befriend the bitch afterwards.
Yeah, don't befriend them. But like, girl, what you doing?
Yeah.
Nah.
So should you be upset? No.
No.
You charge this to the game. Is your friend is your homegirl wrong? No, because you see him as money. Why wouldn't she see him as money? And when you put that deal together, I'm pretty sure you was like, he got money, girl. You sold him to her. So y'all can't be out here selling niggas and then mad when the person want to purchase the nigga.
Woo!
Like, cause I had, not that it was a threesome. I had this homeboy. I used to put him on host all the time. Like all the time. Like we used to be out chilling. I had this one I hung out with a bunch of people. I knew all these bitches because I was in the club all the time. So he'd be like, oh, she cute. And I would go sell him to her. I'd be like, oh, talk to my homeboy. He has coins, XYZ, XYZ, XYZ. They'll end up doing each other and being like a little situation. Every time I used to fall out with the girl. Like it never failed. But because you cannot put deals together and then be possessive over the deal.
True.
You can't put deals together and then get mad when the person you put the deal together for gets more money than you do. You cannot control the deal once the deal is done. And you cannot sell somebody to somebody in a sense and then you can't sell.
Yeah, you expect for them not to take advantage.
Yeah, you can't be talking about somebody got money or good dick or they'll buy you this and they bought me this and they bought me that and that. And I think somebody ain't gonna want to capitalize on that.
Yep.
Why would I not?
Just don't have your friends.
Don't have your homegirls.
Don't have your homegirls with you. Do it with strangers. Charge that to the game, sis.
And and the thing is, you will X yourself out of this whole situation if you start cutting up, because it sounds like you ready to cut up.
Don't cut up.
Don't cut up, sis.
Don't block your blessings.
Don't cut up, sis.
That is, a residual income for you. don't.
If this nigga pay that cell phone bill on the 12th every time,
just leave it alone. Just keep your feelings to yourself. Write it in a journal.
That girl don't owe you nothing.
Because at the end of the day,
that nigga don't owe you. He probably married. That nigga don't owe you nothing. I mean, he older with money. He probably got a whole family somewhere.
So fuck it. Just charge it to the fucking game.
Yeah, you can't let this be a lesson to you.
Don't
keep it random.
Keep it random. Don't befriend the randoms.
Don't befriend the randoms. Keep it random.
Keep it cute.
Don't do the same person.
Just focus on yourself.
It said you repeated it a few
times.
You shouldn't have. Once you set up an initial situation, do it once. And if you're going to continue the same person, it got to be few and far in between. Mm-hmm. If y'all hooking up 2 to 3 times a month, that's too much.
And you the main?
That's too much. 2 to 3 times is a lot. It's only like 4 weekends in a month.
And y'all doing it 5 times.
Yeah, that's too much.
6 times.
You gotta, if you do it in January, you don't use that same bitch again. I don't even want to say March. You need to go middle April. This need to be 3 or 4 times a year with the same person.
True.
And not back to back.
Oh yeah, because that's where
everybody mess up at.
Yeah.
And
you smart.
I'm just saying, because some of this stuff is just now. Come on, girl.
I'm just saying.
Repeat offenders. I have been telling y'all this a very long time. People do not like repeat offenders. If you go to jail for the same thing, they will put you in jail for 10, 20 years behind the same shit. People do not like repeat offenders. That is a life lesson, though. If your nigga's cheating on you, I don't like a repeat offender cheater. Like, y'all might let you slide on that first time. You can't be a repeat offender. Mm-hmm. That same thing goes with your threesomes. Repeat offenders. You can't keep repeating the same offender now. Come on.
That's true.
Take a minute. All these hoes out here now.
Take a minute.
It's a lot of bitches out here. It's a lot of bad bitches out here.
That are willing to fucking suck for some change.
They're fucking suck for do something strange for a little bit of change.
Indeed.
So, hey, girl, do you know you got to charge this to the game? It sounds like you're still young. You'll bounce back.
Yeah, don't get upset.
You can't be with this girl.
Focus on as the new generation says, focus on your bag. Get into your bag.
Listen, if he's still pulling out coins, let it
slide.
And trust me, everybody, the person in situations like this, because it sounds like it's a pay to play situation where you like the cute young girl and he likes to have you around in these types of situations, the coolest bitch stays around the longest. So, woo! And that's coming from somebody.
That's a word.
Girl, that's coming from somebody.
That is a word, bitch.
I done been the far away. I've been the one who's like, what the fuck? I've been on both sides of this coin, girl. And the
coolest one stays the
especially because I'm
longest.
telling you, it sounds like he married. You say he older with money, so I'm just going to assume he's married and have kids and has a whole entire life. He is already stressed out at the house. He already stressed out at work. He not here to have you stressing him out. So take this as just a life lesson, girl.
Don't get mad.
Don't get mad. It's just a life lesson. And ain't nothing to confront that girl about. That girl didn't do nothing to you. That girl is doing exactly what you're doing.
You invited her into the play.
She's doing exactly what you're doing. You put her on. And the fact is, you put her on because you saw that man like that. You did it. Man, he a real good time. Come over here. Come to
get this money.
Come to happy hour with us. He gonna pay for all the food. That's selling him. Come to the club. He gonna buy a bottle. That is selling him. Girl, you gonna order what you want. That is selling.
Come with me to the mall. He gonna buy us whatever we want.
That's selling him. Okay. Oh, he gonna come through right quick and pay the bit. That is selling him. Y'all gonna learn to stop talking about the coins y'all getting from these random niggas. So they chop this up to the game. Learn to keep your fucking mouth closed and learn that if you finna have these threesomes, you gotta get them a little bit more far removed. That girl, you knew her a little too well.
Yeah.
You said she was your homegirl that you party with. So maybe you need to go to the homegirl's friend that you party with.
And not even that you party with. Just like, you cute.
Girl, and y'all young. Y'all wilding in these clubs. Y'all hooking up for real. So girl, just
find somebody cute that you don't know.
Makes it easy. But that girl didn't do nothing to you.
Nah.
She don't owe you nothing.
Nah.
And he don't owe you nothing either.
Nah.
So
get your money, sis.
Get your money, or just leave the whole situation alone. But
or do that.
You don't need to argue with that girl. It's no reason to confront anybody. That's not your man. You said that was not your man. You said that was not your friend. It sounded like everybody. It sounded like he just trying to have some young hoes, and it sounded like everybody just wants some cash. So deal with that or don't deal with that.
Facts.
Outside
but thanks for writing in.
Well, thanks for writing in. I hope everything works out for you. You seem from the letter, I just get that you're like young. Like probably in your like 20s, probably in college. Girl, you got so much more life to live. I just feel like you're young. And if you're not young and you grown writing this to us, you ought to be ashamed of yourself.
Not even that. I mean, shit, we all fuck up.
If you're like 30 something, talk about should I be mad? Now come on now. If you didn't know this before, now I ain't got nothing for you. If you're over 30, sis, I don't have nothing for you.
Sis, if you're over 30, I can understand. You need an opinion. You need a second opinion. I'm not gonna throw you out like that.
I guess.
But it happens to the best of us.
Okay. But thanks for writing in, girl.
But thank you for writing in.
Keep us posted.
Keep us posted, and hopefully you maintain your bag and
maintain your attitude. Don't
maintain a happy, positive attitude.
Yeah, don't.
You're getting somebody to. I mean,
you did a blessing. You gave that girl a blessing.
You are being a blessing. You are paying it forward.
That deserves a round of applause. So you did what was you did. And that will come back full circle.
So it will. So just be patient.
Just be patient.
God is not done with you yet.
Somebody might be paying you back full circle and you don't even know it.
God is not through with you yet.
With more money than him.
Just wait.
Just take a chill pill. Is that it for this week? Anything else? Any final closes? Please, y'all, if y'all see them guys who stabbed that boy Junior, please report it as soon as possible. I need them off the streets.
That's right.
Anything else?
You guys, like, comment, share. Thank you to everybody that's been commenting.
Oh, yeah. I randomly, listen, I'm going to tell y'all. I was sitting here like, what am I doing with Recovering Party Girls? I need a coin for this. And I was like, send me a sign, oh Jesus. And I say this knowing that half the time I feel like Jesus really don't be showing me no sign. So I said it, and then I happened to still be on my cell phone, and I end up clicking on Apple, and I clicked review comments or something by like accident. And then lo and behold, people have been commenting the whole time and I didn't even realize.
Oh, wow.
And it was like 10 or 11 comments. And I was just like, wait, what? And they date back to like January and February.
You guys, y'all are so amazing. Cool. Thank you to all our listeners.
And I needed that. And thank you, Jesus,
for
officially giving me a sign when I asked for it.
We love all the comments. I love reading the comments. You guys are so funny.
The ones on IG
are
and I think the girl name is Erica. She says she's a therapist. Girl, we might need you.
Yeah, definitely.
So shout out to you, girl. Can you send me what you think about my issues? I think her name is Erica. But yeah. So that's it. We will see you guys next week. Lord willing. Everyone be blessed.
Y'all, I'm telling you, look, we have polar opposite schedules, okay?
We do.
We have polar opposite schedules. And it's hard.
And sometimes it's very hard to get together and take this little shindig. It seems easy.
But it ain't.
It ain't, girl.
Damn it.
It
I
ain't.
be tired. She be up.
I be getting off work. She be sleep.
I'm going to work. She sleep.
I'm like, what are we doing? So, but nonetheless, once we do get together, it's a very good time. So thank you guys for listening.
Yes. Love you guys.
Bye.